He told me his new client wanted to invest in his jewelry business expansion. But what I uncovered wasn't an investor at all. It was something that shattered everything I thought I knew about him. My name is Maya. I'm 29 years old, and I live in Dallas, Texas. I work as a graphic designer, and my boyfriend Daniel is 32. He owns a small but promising jewelry business, custom engagement rings, necklaces, you name it. When we first met 3 years ago, he swept me off my feet. Daniel was charming, ambitious, and he always talked about how he wanted to take his jewelry business nationwide. I believed in him, supported him, even helped design his brand identity. We lived a comfortable life together in a small apartment near the city center. Even though money was sometimes tight, I felt proud watching him chase his dream. I thought we were building a future together. So when he told me one night, with excitement in his eyes, "Maya, I think I found a client who wants to invest in expanding the shop," I was thrilled. Finally, his hard work was paying off. Finally, we could breathe. At least, that's what I thought. Soon after, Daniel started behaving differently. He'd come home later than usual, claiming he was meeting with the investor. He suddenly had a new wardrobe, expensive suits I knew he couldn't afford, and there were late-night phone calls he always stepped outside to take. When I asked questions, he brushed me off. "You wouldn't understand, Maya. It's business. Big deals like this take time." But I wasn't blind. His phone vibrated constantly, and when I once reached for it, he practically snatched it out of my hands. The biggest red flag? He started wearing cologne every day. Not the kind you use for special occasions, but something new, strong, expensive, and not for me. My gut told me something was wrong, but my heart wanted to believe him. One Thursday evening, he told me he had a late dinner with the investor. I couldn't shake the unease gnawing at me, so I decided to follow him. I parked a few blocks away from the restaurant he mentioned, and when he walked in, I nearly gasped. He wasn't meeting an investor. He was meeting a woman. She was glamorous, dripping in jewelry, not from his shop, but luxury brands I could never afford. They laughed, touched hands across the table, and when the waiter brought champagne, they toasted like a couple celebrating. I sat there, frozen. My hands shook on the steering wheel. All those late-night calls, business meetings, and investor dinners weren't about business at all. The so-called investor was his affair. When they left the restaurant, I saw them walk hand in hand toward a hotel just across the street. My heart broke right there, but my anger burned hotter than I'd ever felt. I didn't confront him immediately, no. I wanted my revenge to be unforgettable. For weeks, I kept playing the supportive girlfriend role while secretly preparing. See, I still had access to the business accounts. I'd helped set them up in the beginning. And I knew he was funneling money into business dinners that were actually his affair. So I gathered receipts, bank statements, and even photos of him with her. I created a neat little folder and sent it anonymously to his top suppliers, clients, and even his landlord. Within days, his carefully built reputation collapsed. Clients pulled out, orders dried up. His landlord threatened eviction for fraudulent business practices. And the cherry on top, I left him a note on the kitchen table. You wanted an investor. Instead, you invested in lies. Consider this your final loss. I moved out the same day and never looked back. That was a year ago. Today, I'm in a new city, working at a creative agency where my designs are recognized and respected. I've built my own independence, and for the first time in years, I feel free. As for Daniel, last I heard, his jewelry business went under and the so-called investor left him once the money ran out. Karma doesn't miss. And here's what I learned. Betrayal cuts deep, but silence and strength are louder than confrontation. Sometimes the best revenge isn't screaming or fighting. It's walking away and letting the truth destroy them on its own. Trust isn't built on grand promises, it's proven in consistent actions. When someone shows you who they really are, believe them the first time. If you want more shocking real-life stories of betrayal, revenge, and growth, don't forget to subscribe to SilkMirror.